Good evening and hello. My name is Renee D. Waring, and I am the founder and president of the Uniquely and Wonderfully Made Ministries. Welcome to you all, and a special welcome to the new members of my community. We, we at Uniquely and Wonderfully Made Ministries purpose to change the hearts and minds of the public by putting forth evidence to support the assertion that people who have mental illness have value. We will achieve this goal through writing and public speaking. Our mission statement is as follows. We endeavor through writing and public speaking to educate and motivate the general public to, number one, have an understanding of and empathize with people who have mental illness. Number two, see people who have mental illness as equals in the brotherhood of humanity. And number three, include people who have mental illness in the mainstream of society by making sure that they get the same opportunities as others receive. Today, my presentation is on physician suicide, and this article is written by John Matherson, MD, and FACEP. Emergency physicians provide an excellent patient care and save lives every day. Sadly, many of our own suffer silently with depression, but few talk about it or seek help for it. On average, more than one physician takes his or her own life every day. Even if you personally do not struggle with depression, someone you work with almost certainly does. We encourage you to review information to help you save the life of another person. Facts about physician, depression, and suicide. 1. Each year in the U.S., roughly 300 to 400 physicians die by suicide. Number 2. In the U.S., suicide deaths are 250 to 400% higher among female physicians when compared to females in other professions. 4. In the general population, males complete suicide 4 times more often than females. However, female physicians have a rate equal to male physicians. 4. Medical students have rates of depression 15 to 30% higher than the general population. Depression is a major risk factor in physician suicide. Other factors include bipolar disorder, alcohol, and substance abuse. And number 5, women physicians have a higher rate of major depression and the age-matched women in doctoral degrees. In the Guardian periodical, it states that United States surgeons are killing themselves at alarming rates. Physicians are dying by suicide at higher rates than the general population. Somewhere between 300 to 400 physicians a year in the U.S. take their own lives. I have for you 10 facts about physician suicide and mental health Number one, suicide is caused by a conveyance of multiple risk factors. The most common being untreated or unagitated or unmanaged mental health condition. I repeat, the most common being untreated and inadequate managed mental health conditions. Number two, an estimated 300 physicians die by suicide in the U.S. per year. Number three, physicians who took their lives were less likely to be receiving mental health treatment compared to no physicians who took their lives, even though depression was found to be the significant risk factor in approximately the same rate in both groups. Number four, the suicide rate among male physicians is 1.41 times higher than the general male population. And among female physicians, the relative risk is even more pronounced, 2.27 times greater than the general female population. Number five, suicide is the second leading cause of death in the 24 to 34 age bracket. The first leading cause of death is accidents. Number six, 28% of residents experience a major depressive episode during training. 7 to 8% of similarly aged individuals in the United States general population. Number seven, among physicians, risk for suicide increase when mental health conditions go unaddressed and self-medication occurs as a way to address anxiety, insomnia, or other distressing symptoms, Although self-medication, mainly with prescription drugs, medications, may reduce some symptoms, an underlying health problem is not effectively treated, this can lead to a tragic outcome. Number four, a steady 23% of interns had suicidal thoughts. However, among those interns who completed 4 sessions of web-based cognitive behavior therapy, suicide ideation decreased as a result of looking at these web-based cognitive behavior therapy. And suicidal ideation decreased by 50%. Number 9, drivers' burnout include workload, work inefficiency, lack of autonomy and meaning in work and work/home conflict. And number 10, unaddressed mental health conditions in the long run are more likely to have a negative impact on physicians' professional reputation and practice than reaching out for help early. This particular article came from the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Thus ends my presentation for today. I hope that you found my talk to be both interesting and informative. My next presentation for my community on social media will be on the fourth Friday of each month. I have a monthly presentation on the first Saturday of each month between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. on To God Be the Glory broadcast ministry. The link to tune in to this internet radio station is tgb.org. I repeat, tgb.org. My name is Renee D. Waring, and I am the warrior warring against mental health and how it is treated in a general population. Thank you. God bless. Bye bye.